So I want to say welcome back and happy New Year to all of you. It was a very great moment since last year. We worked together, we learned together, and some of those things we learned, it has really helped in communities where they are needed. I'm so grateful to the hard work and innovation of our brother and his friends out in the US, our brother Frederick. You and your team, I want to say big thanks to you. And then at the Maryland University family, again, I want to say another big thanks to you. And I also want to appreciate the folks at Mataya University in Uganda and the rest of the institutions there. Then and they are partnering with us, and all of us are moving ahead. Not forgetting my own group here in Liberia, students and staff of Liberia International Christian College and the University of Liberia. I'm happy for this program since its establishment. It has already helped lots of people, lots of us. It really empowered me when I can remember working with a store of rice and vegetable farmers, helping them to see how all of us could farm means to alleviate some of the constraints we face in soil fertility in Liberia. As you may know, the average Liberian cannot afford, the average farming Liberian cannot afford purchasing 50 kg bag of fertilizer. I mean with 50 United States dollar, which is a little bit costly for him. So if these kinds of programs are not there, these kinds of projects are not there where people have to go and teach them how to make compost and other means of improving the soil, their yield would be drastically lower. So it was a very great help to the farmers of Ton of Apollo Union that I worked with them, and we were able to come up with lots of projects that give them clue and also good information on how they can improve their soil. And since then, it has really helped them. Agriculture extension. As I want to talk to you a bit about some kinds of the positive mindset of an agriculture extension worker. First, let me just try to see who agricultural extensionist is. He got few characters. Number one, he's what we refer to as the middleman. Middleman in the sense that he goes and find out what's affecting the farming communities, what affecting farmers, what affecting the market, and then he takes that information and then find the relevant authority and relevant people that should help to solve those kinds of problems. And then he gets there with the kinds of problem and then share with them. If the problems get solved, he gets by with the answer to those kinds of farmers and whoever that are affected. So he's a middleman, going taking information from one area that are affected and carrying it, finding solution and bringing them back. And also they are teacher. And then a teacher is not just to teach, but the teacher should have a few things or few attributes that make him as teacher. Number one, a teacher should be disciplined. Yeah, you are not the one that flying everywhere, crossing all the rules, and doing things that are not right. And the teacher should also be a role model. You should be the one that will lead people the right direction and help them to get their way out. That should be one of the attributes of a teacher. A teacher should also be a great agent of change. So you go to communities in your strive that they are facing problems. So your strive is how you can help them to change the narrative. So you should be an agent of change. And also teacher should be a student. Yeah. Why student? They are students because no one knows all. You have just graduated from your college. Like here in Liberia, LRCC, we just graduated students the last 1 month. And after spending 4 years, and they know not all. So they're going to meet farmers that have been in the field for 50 years. Practically, with hand-on knowledge, those farmers know something, but just maybe the scientific interpretation of understanding will make the difference. So you also have to humble yourself to explain to them, to learn from them, and get their own view about how things happen. So you should know in your mind that you are also a student. And extension worker is also a leader. Yeah, leader that got the responsibility to direct people, to lead people, and make sure that they be able to achieve, especially food security in our own arena. So as a leader, you have to be the one um, following the procedure of a leadership. You are not a boss. You are not the one that will intimidate them. That if they don't practice this, they will not get support from your project. But you serve as a leader to guide them, and your leadership should have some nature of being humble and working with them and understanding them. And also, as an extension worker, you should serve as a guard. Your guardian is very, very important, making sure that you are guiding people and helping them to get away out of hunger, get away out of poverty. So it requires lots of skills, a lot of guardian skills that you are going to employ. And then you should also serve as a facilitator and as a communicator. So in those kinds of works, you are going to facilitate them. Make sure you bring them together. Try to take a big responsibility of what they are to learn, what they are to do out there, and then you should be a very good communicator. Are you the one that will take a specimen? Are you the one that taking a sample of a crop or animals from the farmers, and after 3 weeks you don't call them and tell them what's happening with the result, even if you are not having the result in time? But are you trying to call back and say, okay, I got the kinds of information from 2 weeks back. The researchers are not here, the lab is not functioning, so give me another 2 weeks, then we can see what to do. So you have to be a very good communicator. So now we come to see how best, few other information on the mindset, on on what the mindset of extension worker should be like. Because there's difference between having becoming a very good middleman, a good teacher, a good guardian, a good leader, a good facilitator, communicator, and having the positive mindset. You can be a good teacher, but you have different notion, maybe an insinuation. So you have to have the mindset to help you get your way out. What are some of those mindset? And a good extensionist should have the mindset of truth and integrity, because you are trying your best always to see, okay, the information I'm providing for people, is it reliable? Are they credible? Am I a person with integrity? Am I telling them things that are not right because I want to get my way out? No, you have give the information. If you know that information is not reliable, it's not trustworthy, you are not investigated, you don't have to give it to the farmers. So you have to try your best and give the information that got truth in it. And then you have to have the mindset of the burning passion for knowledge. We know that coming from the university background, just as research background, you know much, but you still have to have the quest. You still have to yearn for more to learn, and by that you have to communicate to the farmers that somebody that need knowledge. Although you are going to give them piece of information that you are master of, but you still have to tell them in your own mind that yes, I need a knowledge. I need to learn from them. And then you have to work as a person. You have to have the mindset of what you call trustworthiness. Are you the one that trying to mismanage this fund that they give you, they allot to you to go and train farmers, and then they tell you, okay, go and use the kinds of chemical that will solve the kinds of problem by virtue of some kinds of measurement, and if you get the story change. The story change. They told you to use a particular quantity and you lower that because you wanted to get something, and it don't work that way. Or you are going to side with one party in discharging your own duties. So you have to be somebody that is very, very trustworthy. And then you have to have a mindset as somebody you call yourself you have a sympathy, you have an empathetic mind, the kind of attitude toward the farmers, because they are plunged into the dungeon of a situation. Maybe they are facing problem with pest and disease, infected soil, salinity, drought, climate change, and you have the kinds of ideas. So you go in there, you have to work with them like somebody that is passionately moving toward them, somebody that is working with them to make sure that they overcome those kinds of situations. Almost like if you are sympathetic, you almost look like a nurse that has a patient and the patient is dying of a cancer disease. and then the patient is refusing the nurse and even refusing the treatment. But with the passion, with the sympathetic mind, you have to like persuade the person. Don't say, oh, in how much they are not serious, they don't want the kinds of technology, let them go ahead and then do what they are doing. So make sure that you see them in a way that you feel for them. And then you should also have a mindset of what you call an attractive personality. You are an extension officer, we know you by what you wear, how you appear, but the real you should be inside of you. The you that has to do with truth, the you that has to do with the reality, the you that has to do with doing what is right. It should be the person that is in you, and then people are willing to follow that person, but not you. The real man or the real lady should be inside of you. That has to do with straightforwardness, that has to do with punctuality. How are you dealing with them on a daily basis in your training, in your approach to them? Is the person that people want to follow. It's not how many technology you show them, you give them, but you have the kinds of ideas you describe with the passion of helping them to gain more and more. And then you have to have the mindset that yes, I should be zealous. I should be enthusiastic about things, about making sure when they feeling weary, they want to give up, and then I come there and say, okay, how are you? We can make it. We can do much better. But you are not the one that is always at the back as a leader. You say, okay, you go ahead. Whatever result that come, just let me know. If we cannot make it, things I feel, I don't know what to do. But you are the one that always exercising the zeal. Yes. So you also have the mindset of what you call tolerance and respect. Tolerance and respect. And you are working with what you call the heterogeneous society. Society in different levels, in different understanding, in different tribe, in different religion, different locations. So the behavior of the custom, the norm of one behavior will change. I mean, of one location, people of one location can change to the other. So you don't expect them to think like you don't expect them to act like you, but you have to still respect them. You still have to do tolerance, and you have to be tolerant. Let's say you told them to do irrigation, maybe twice a day or once a day. After 1 week, if you went back, they had never even applied the first one, and things are dying. Or you told them to get in a particular treatment measure in disease, and you told them how to do the measurement, and you went back, they had done nothing. And in fact, they have stolen those kinds of chemicals, the fertilizer. So you have to know how you are going to approach them because you want to make sure that your life, your behavior impact them. You have to have the mindset of somebody who say, okay, I'm going to do my best. And working with the farmers, you have to have what you call honesty. Are you honest to them? Are you telling them what is right? Are you telling them what is good? You have to be very, very honest if you want to really, really do your best out there with farmers, trainings. You have to be honest. Try your best to them. And you also have to have something that we call a friendly nature. Be friendly with we call them your client. Be friendly with your client, be friendly with them as you go to train them. Do your very best and understand who they are and make sure that you do your best and in being friendly with them. They will earn and your approach to them, your language to them, your attitude to them also matters when you are to achieve your objectives. And finally, as an extension officer or worker or agent out there, you need to be very, very firm in your determination. Are you the one that telling them today, let's apply 50 kg of fertilizer, and after 3 hours you say no, let's apply another 100 kg. After another 2 hours you say no, let's apply 150 kg. I'm not saying these kinds of things they happen on the kinds of situational basis, but you have to be firm. Like, okay, let's plan this. Okay, let's give it back to the village, to the community. No, okay, let's increase it. Okay, give me this. Okay, this is a call that I get received that this change. So, or send this is not working. Let's try this. So you have to be firm because they want you to inspire them. They want you to serve as a guide for them. So if you make few mistakes in always changing decision, they will not take you. They will just take you like somebody who is doing some joke and somebody that is not serious. So you have to try your very best in getting to them that all of you can try your very very best. So in the kinds of things it requires of you as a extension worker to try your best to be a person that is truthful and tell them the truth what it is. Be a person that want to learn because before a teacher is also a person that wants to learn. You should have a burning desire for knowledge. Also be a person that has a mindset of to be trustworthy, a mindset to be accountable to people on how he spend, how he does things, and also be a person that going to them like a medical doctor want to save people with a particular ailment. So you have to be sympathetic. Yes, so have a mind of sympathy on them, and then you have to have a kind of what you call an attractive personality. Somebody that is in you that making other people want to follow you. Yes, your behavior, your character. You are not the one that crisscrossing and then with lots of other kinds of terrible or terrifying records of your life in the community and with farmers. And then you have to respect, have the mindset of respect and then intolerance. Respect your client, respect the farmer, and then tolerate them. And then you should be a person that has a mindset of honesty. Be honest to them, work with them, and as you are honest to them, they get to trust you and they build a good relationship with you from that end. And also be a person that is friendly. Yes, be a person that is friendly. We know at times we frown at people. At times, we things happen. But have that kinds of open mind, open hand for the farmers, your clients, because they are of different nature, different background, different understanding. And then be somebody that is firm at decision making. If you want to fulfill things, you say, but then we are planting this, we are trying to investigate this, stick at it. You are not the one that is doing one project by 500 projects in 1 week. And then you are not firm. Today you are there, and the next day you are here, the next day you are in the other place. So let's try our best. I think with all the kinds of pieces of information and pieces of guidance, I think we can get a very, very good work on the field there while we are doing our best there with farmers in Uganda, in farmers here in Liberia, and in other parts of the globe. So we could be a very, very good example to people that we are going to lead. So I want to say thanks to all of you as you coming to commence another program. I'm hoping that it will be okay, it will be great, like that of last year that really permeated and helped lots of farmers. And today they are a very good testimony of the program. I want to say Jambo and Sava Sava Poisana. Thank you.